Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight. A quiz. Are you a snowflake? As you may know, my new book, Old School, Life in the Sane Lane, deals with that question. So we asked Dennis Miller from his perch in Santa Barbara. Come up with a few queries of his own on the topic. So Miller, lay question number one on us.
By the way, Billy, when you worked at Carvel, Cookie Puss still had his baby teeth, all right?
It was a long back.
Number one. The first question I would ask a kid who wanted a job is I'd say, what are you, crazy or stupid wanting to work for a living with all the freebies out there? First thing I'd ask. Number two, this is how I'd reveal a snowflake. Does it upset you that Roy Rogers named his horse Trigger? Trigger. Number three, is good morning a microaggression against people who like to sleep in? Number four, if you deem someone to not be as loving as you, do you then hate them? Number five, boxers or brief attention span? Number six, how much are you going to sue me for making you take this quiz? Number seven, are you too lazy to get restless leg syndrome? Number eight, would you take a summer job as a safe space lifeguard? Number nine, is disagreement with you immoral? And number 10, be you old school or a snowflake, Pelosi's a moron, right?
That's a trigger. You just triggered the snowflake. You can't say moron. You can't make a judgment, Miller, in the snowflake culture.
That's what I'm saying, Billy. Pelosi is the unifying point. We can all come together in this culture over one thing. It's the only thing we still agree on. She's a moron.
All right, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't, but I would say it twice for me and you.
Now, you live in a very affluent part of Southern California, which there is snowflakes all over the place. And I know your philosophy is to basically ignore them. You don't confront them, correct?
Billy, I go out the door, I start counting the seconds till I get back inside the gate. It's crazy. All right? There are shut-ins that get out more than me. So I go out, it's like a covert mission. I go out, I get some mint Milanos, I get some milk, I sneak back into the compound, and I shut the gate behind me.
Can you tell on the streets of Santa Barbara, nice little town, can you tell if there are snowflakes approaching? Can you just tell by the appearance?
Well, there's a lot of guys on Lower State Street who urinate on themselves, so I can point out the yellow snowflakes. Hey, listen, by the way, Karl Rove has got to only put numbers on that white thing. He's getting silly with it. It's like, I like gummy bears. I wish my name was Sammy Ray. I am bald. Tell him to put math up on there, not anything.
Just stats, right? Not editorial comments, just stats. Okay.
Rove is turning into a snowflake.
I
wish my name was Sammy Ray.
Now, when did you know you were old school?
I don't know, Billy. I've always, certain things I'm almost anarchistic about. But certain things are just common sense. I'm not one of those people who finds common sense too common. It just seems basic to me. Like if somebody comes up to me and they go, we're going to give Iran like billions of dollars, I go, I don't think that's a good idea. That doesn't feel like old school to me. That feels like school still standing. I don't want the school to be vaporized.
Right. You tell a story about your mother when you were leaving your Pittsburgh suburban home. She gave you advice when you were going out to the West Coast. You can't use the obscenity that your mom put into the presentation. You remember what I'm talking about here? Don't be...
Yeah, but don't be an a-hole.
That was your mother's advice. That's kind of old school advice.
It was really old school advice. And you know what, Billy? I'm touched by mothers who do that rough thing with their kids. I saw an article about a woman who wrote a thank you letter to the cops somewhere. Have you seen that story?
Walton County, Florida.
Yeah, I'm touched by that woman. She's trying to save her kid's life. We have overpraised a whole generation of kids to the point where we haven't life-proofed them. We're raising a generation of emotional hemophiliacs who are all too eager to throw their bodies on the tepid grenade of minor insult. Buck up, kids. Don't be snowflakes.
This is what happened. A 19-year-old girl was arrested during spring break at a popular beach resort on the Gulf, and The drinking age is 21, and she's 2 years below that. So her parents were notified, and her mother sent a thank you note to the sheriff's office for arresting her daughter, saying, look, we let her go. We told her that she had to behave. She promised she wouldn't drink. She drank. Thank you for arresting her. Maybe she'll wise up.
Well, you got to watch yourself out there when you're a kid. So I think the mother appreciated that, because when you're out there on spring break in Florida, you have all sorts of guys coming up to you saying,
right.
Hi, I'm Karl Rove.
I don't know if that's on the beach.
Hi, I'm Karl Rove.
On that note, Miller, we're going to let you go, and Martha McCallum's on.